Hey, challengers! Welcome to day 5. It's Carmina with the Fit and Healthy After 40 Club and the creator of the Water Walks and 40 Wings Challenge. I am so glad you're here. How are you feeling? I'm feeling fantabulous. I went for my walk this morning. I got my hoops on. My hair is looking cute. It's fantastic. So today we're talking about the second major mistake that I made on my fit and healthy journey. It is just as surprising as the exercise bombshell that I dropped on you yesterday. So get ready for another old school nutrition myth obliterated. So by the way, are you registered for the challenge yet? If you're not, why not? You can still join us. We'll catch you up. So go to bit.ly/21 day wings. Okay? Join us. My gem is helping action takers like you create a body that they love living in so that they can live a life they truly love. But before we get started today, whether you're watching live or you're catching the replay, I would love to hear in the comments what's been the hardest of the 3 habits for you so far. So yesterday I heard from some of you about the easiest one. Today, what we're doing, one is we're drinking the same amount of water that you did yesterday, or 4 cups, whichever one is greater. So remember, we started where you were and then we increased it slowly. So wherever you are today, if it's not 4 cups, you need to be at 4 cups. Okay? And then we're walking for 18 minutes. It's 1 more minute than we did yesterday, preferably outdoors, but you don't have to. And I say that because we heard from Wendy this morning in the group. It's icy, it's snowing where she is. Please don't endanger yourself. Don't walk outside if it's dangerous. As a matter of fact, look for Leslie Senson. She is a celebrity walking fitness coach. She has a bunch of YouTube videos. You can watch them for free. Do it in your living room. You don't have to go outside, okay? Please, let's be safe. And then the third thing that we're doing, every day we're doing a little bit more than we did yesterday. So today we're setting the alarms for 7 minutes, and we're going to spend those 7 minutes with ourselves. You're going to watch yourself breathe. What we're doing, you guys, we're building our mindfulness muscle. Okay? So there's a reason why I'm asking you to do nothing during that time. It's not the time, it's not 7 minutes where you go away and you're going to have a quiet time to watch, to catch up on Facebook or on Instagram or whatever your social media of choice is. That's not what you're using that time for. It's not to watch the news. It's not even to, it's not even to pray. That's not what those 7 minutes are for. Those 7 minutes are 7 minutes with you. Quiet. Watch yourself breathe. That is why I gave you in the email that little animated GIF that shows you how to breathe. That type of breathing is called box breathing. So you inhale for a count of 4, you hold your breath for a count of 4, and then you let your breath out for another count of 4. Okay, this is an amazing way to calm your nervous system down, right? So I know it's hard. Again, you guys, it's a challenge, right? So that I know it's hard, but 7 minutes with yourself, by yourself, not being distracted by anything other than watching yourself breathe. You can do this. I know you can. And let me know in the comments. I'm ever so curious. What are you finding the hardest? Okay. And by the way, please give yourself some props. You guys are doing amazing. Okay. I love seeing how engaged you are. You're posting comments, you're asking questions. And that's amazing because you know what's coming on Sunday, right? It's the next Sassy Sunday surprise. And this time, your participation in the Facebook group is what's going to determine whether your name gets put on that wheel of fortune. So keep commenting. All right. So let's talk about why fat is essential to your health. So let's go back a few years, right? Because old school nutrition has taught us that consuming fat would lead to heart disease and weight gain. And that idea started back in the 1940s because there were studies that showed that there might be a correlation between high fat diets and high cholesterol levels, and that a low fat diet was the antidote to heart disease prevention and weight loss. Well, by the 1960s, the low fat diet began to be touted not just for high risk heart patients, but for good for the whole nation. And by the 80s, the low fat approach became an overarching ideology that was promoted by doctors, by the federal government, by the food industry, who had a vested interest because they were starting to create all those low fat type of food that never existed before. The popular health media started talking about low fat this and low fat that, and many Americans subscribed to the ideology of low fat, even though there was no clear evidence that it prevented heart disease or promoted weight loss. And ironically and sadly, really, as the low fat approach, started really like becoming mainstream, Americans were getting fatter and fatter. And that led to what we're now calling an obesity epidemic. And obviously, it's not just America, right? It's like pretty much all the developing countries are having to deal with that issue, right? But there's actually a risk associated, many risks, not just a risk. There are many risks that are associated with eating a low fat diet. And that includes hormonal imbalance because fat is responsible for building your hormones. So when you don't have enough fat, it's going to lead to an imbalance. And this is one of the main things that lead to weight gain. When you don't eat enough fat, it also causes blood sugar imbalance, which means that you have insulin that's getting pumped out into your bloodstream. And when your body is releasing insulin, your body cannot burn fat, which is one of the reasons I'm having you drink water during this challenge, because water can help regulate your blood sugar levels. Also, when you eat low fat, and I want you to pay attention to that, you'll notice that you don't feel satisfied after a meal, right? You feel hungry all the time. And of course, that's going to lead to cravings, and that's going to lead to overeating. A low fat diet also has a dramatic effect on your mood and your cognitive function. And that's no surprise because your brain is largely made up of fat. Your brain needs fat to function. So low fat diets can cause things like brain fog, anxiety, and depression. And then lastly, you'll also notice that you don't have a lot of energy, right? Because again, your body needs fat to function. Fat is fuel for your body. So now that you know this, can you see why the low fat diet craze has led to the many issues that we're seeing today? What's your opinion? Let me know in the comments. Okay. And this is why new school nutrition teaches us that healthy fat actually stokes the fire of your metabolism and it promotes fat burning. And the truth is that in addition to helping your body's metabolism, your body needs fat to function. I just proved it to you, right? Fat is so essential. And one of the keys to success that I teach my private clients is to not be afraid of fats. And in fact, I encourage them to emphasize healthy fats in their diet. So let me give you a few of my favorite healthy fats to add. Avocado, coconut, nuts, and seeds. Right? Try to include these fats in every meal. And they're also great options for snacks in that they're going to keep your energy up and it's going to keep you satiated. As a matter of fact, I brought some of my favorite snacks to show you. avocado goes bad really quickly and then you can always find it. So I go with to that. I hope you can see it on the screen. It's a single serving of guacamole. So as always, important, read the ingredient list to make sure that it doesn't have anything crazy in it. This one doesn't. And then I love this little thing. So these are little single packets of cranberry almond cashews. So it's I think it's 100 calories if I'm not mistaken. I don't know how many calories, but I don't really subscribe to the calorie theory. But I love these. I put them in salads. I eat them right out of the bag for a snack. They are very handy to have around. Okay, so I know now you might be concerned about, well, how am I going to incorporate enough fat, healthy fats into my diet, right? Because, we want to jumpstart your metabolism and want to start losing the weight. Well, I have a good news for you. I've got you covered as always with a recipe guide that has some of my favorite recipes that will actually encourage weight loss and turn up your metabolism. So if you'd like me to send you a copy, just comment comment below. Just type healthy fat, and then I'll send it to you. Okay? You'll love it, I promise. So let me tell you about Nikki. When Nikki started on her fit and healthy journey, she was eating what most people would think is a healthy diet. She ate salads, she ate low-fat yogurt, really low-fat everything, grilled chicken breast, things like that. And that's why she was so confused about why she couldn't lose weight and keep it off. But when we look at what she was eating, most of it was low-fat. And by applying the principles that I'm teaching you today, she learned that eating low fat wasn't doing her any favors. In fact, it was hindering her ability to keep the weight off. Once she started adding healthy fats into her diet, her metabolism kicked into high gear. Some of her favorites were things like pecan and cashew butter, and having half an avocado, like with her, like a snack or something like that. She went down 1 pant size, and she looked more toned without really trying. It felt effortless to her because she was satisfied by what she was eating compared to all those years of being so careful about her food and not getting anywhere. So I would love to hear from you. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite healthy fats that you love to eat? Let us know in the comments below, because it's going to give the rest of us some ideas that maybe we never thought about. So it's always good to share. So you're doing a public service. All right. Well, I hope you found this useful. Join me tomorrow because I'm going to reveal the last and final cardinal mistake that I've made on my fit and healthy journey. This is actually one area that I'm still struggling with, but yeah, I think it's good that we talk about it. Right? Well, as always, thank you so much for being here. Whether you watched this live or you caught the replay, I know that there's a majillion things that you could be doing right now. And I don't take it lightly that you've chosen to spend the last few minutes in my company. So I appreciate you. And as always, please feel free to share my videos, my links, my content on the Internet of Things and with your real life friends. I like to say likes and shares are the currency of social media, and I so appreciate you sending some my way. If you have any questions, you guys, if you have any thoughts about the challenge or what have you, please be sure to leave them in the question box. I'm gonna have a Q&A on Thursday, I think it is. So, because we covered a lot. So tomorrow we'll cover one more topic. So that's going to be 3 really juicy things that I've given you over the past few days. So you might have questions, things may not be clear, or you want clarification. Feel free, leave me a comment in the question box. You can email me, you can DM me on Facebook. You can send it by pigeon carrier, whatever floats your boat. Let me know what your questions are, and I'll make sure to address them. If nothing else, next Thursday when we have our Q&A session. Okay, and I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow for an epic conclusion to my weight loss journey. That's all I got for you today. Make the next moment count, you guys, because life is too short to play small. Take care and bye for now.